So time is 8:30. Microsoft conference starts in half an hour. Might as well get the stuff out the way now.
Yeah, so I did actually record the entire EA conference and react to it.
Oh god.
But the problem was, the conference was so dull and full of uninteresting things that it just wasn't worth having its own video to react to, so to speak. So, first of all, we should probably introduce ourselves. So, I'm Bucko, obviously, and...
I Chazwick. You can find me on YouTube at Chazwick, because I'm original with names.
So, yeah. The EA conference, did you actually watch it, or do you just know about it?
I have heard rumours and smidgings about it because I was out at the time, and I thought, I'll try and watch all the E3 conferences, but EA, they've always been known to be utter drivel, so I thought, you know what, not missing much, and lo and behold, turns out all that I missed was a bunch of people's childhoods got absolutely shattered in one go.
Well, the thing is, EA have had decent conferences in the past. It's not like they're always horrendous. They've had some good announcements. Some years they've even given out free games. They've just been like, oh yeah, so we've got this free on PS3, this free on PS4, and this free on PS Vita. Okay, that was only once. But, you know, they've done things like that in the past, so that was cool. This year, though, it was like, you had your usual suspects. They were going to talk about Madden. They were going to talk about FIFA. They were going to talk about NBA Live, is it?
Yeah, just sports.
Yeah, basically all their sports games. What I took away from it is the UEFA Champions League is now in FIFA, which I'm not into football, but I think a lot of people are excited about that.
Yeah, I'm sure one or two football fans were like, oh, okay, that's pretty neat. But like, I'm like you, I don't really care much for the sport, so for me it's like,
Yeah, I mean, I can't gauge how interesting that fact is, what that changes. But either way, it didn't seem like as big of a change as like that story mode they introduced in the last one.
Yeah, I did like that inclusion. I mean, again, I don't like football, but the fact that it showed a bit more effort than just, okay, here's FIFA 15, but with a new lick of paint.
Yeah, I was genuinely like, I'm not going to buy the game, but I was like, I can see that's a progression in the series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like all the other sports games had a story mode. I remember quite vividly about, I think one of the NBA games had a story mode where you are adopted into a black family, even if you're white.
Right.
And you had the ghosts of NBA champions past talk to you, and it was a thing. Yeah,
that sounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, moving on from FIFA. I was expecting like a Sims announcement, not the Sims 5, because they're still like releasing content for the Sims 4.
Yeah, they're going to beat that horse for a while.
But I was expecting maybe a Switch port of the Sims 4.
Ah, yeah, that's a fair point.
Although they can't even get it to run properly on Xbox, because my girlfriend's got it on Xbox, and there's so many bugs and stuff in that. So it doesn't actually surprise me that much that they've not put it on Switch.
It's a shame though, because I really enjoyed Sims 3. I mean, I don't really. I've played The Sims since Sims 1. You know, I think most people that I know have played the first Sims. It's such a weird game that you start playing, and next thing you know, it's 5 hours have passed. The daylight's just about to break, and you're still in your underwear. But the jump from Sims 3 to Sims 4 was such a big step back.
Yeah,
I think personally that I don't really mind if Sims 4 is not on the Switch or that, because to me, I'd rather they just port Sims 3 with all the content on the Switch, because to me that was
but that's not happening though, is it?
No, it's not. That ain't happening.
So yeah, one of the other things was Unravel 2.
Yes.
I didn't play the first one, but it always looked interesting. They announced and released it simultaneously.
Wait, what?
It's out now. They literally showed it off and they were like, you can buy it now, it's out.
That's a bold marketing strategy. I think the best takeaway about that was just the creators' passion for it.
Oh, yeah.
When you saw them on stage and you see the emotion, all that, and understand. I feel for them. It's like last year, the Rabbids situation, the creator that looking like. But I love that raw emotion. Thing is, though, and it might be me being a bit unfair on EA because it probably is raw emotion. But a part of me's thinking, as a guy there, a checklist saying, right, last year's guy cried, cry for me. You will sell your game. Poking him for stick.
Yeah.
If you don't cry, I'll make you cry. That kind of thing.
So, leading on from emotion, there was another indie game that they announced.
Yes.
Sea of Solitude, I think it was. It's definitely SOS anyway. But the issue I had with it is the game looks brilliant. Like, I love the art style of it, and it looks really interesting.
But
the problem was that the developer was talking about it for what felt like 5 minutes beforehand, talking about something about making certain emotions stronger and things like that because you need to control your sadness as much as your happiness and things like that. And I was like, I've got no idea what you're talking about here.
This sounds like Super Princess Peach.
Yeah. But, like, if they'd shown the game first and I could sort of picture things that they were on about... But no, it was literally just like this, not still image, but like a still scene with a bit of moving water behind her. And it was like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, so I was sitting here like, what is this? And then they showed the game. I was like, this looks really cool. But I can't remember anything that she was just talking about because I couldn't visualise anything. So maybe show the game first, then have a talk about it.
That's a good point, because that is usually the part of the course, you know. They show a trailer, then they get the people to talk about it after you've seen the trailer.
Yeah, but, like, she was gone when the trailer finished, so there was no more on that. It was, like, all this talk about controlling emotions, and then I don't know what that was to do with the game now, but the game looked cool.
I think after that, didn't they announce some new Star Wars content? Like Star Wars
yes.
Jedi game?
A new planet, a new game mode, and 4 new characters. Sadly, none of them Jar Jar.
Rest in peace. Didn't they also announce a new single-player game as well?
Yeah, so there was a guy that was sat in the audience, and the annoying host went to talk to him, and they gave us a title. I can't remember what the title was now. It was something to do with Jedi, so basically we're going to play as Jedi. And it's set between episode 3 and 4, so it's the Jedi are being hunted or something. That is all we know. That is it. Not even a logo. At least when Nintendo announced Metroid Prime 4, it was like, here's a logo!
Not even that though. When they first announced they're redoing the Battlefront series, at least then they had a CGI trailer of the showing off. So this guy
this is just some guy that was sat in the crowd like, yeah, so we've got a title for you.
That's all we've done. No artwork. Dude, literally just throwing bins at a table.
Yeah.
There we go.
The problem is, EA have announced multiple Star Wars games in the past, and they've ended up getting pushed back and then cancelled.
Yeah.
So the fact that they've given us a title for a game at E3 doesn't really bode well for it. And I think they've given it a release date of next year.
That's
end of next year, but still, that's like a year and a half away. We should at least have something for that.
You think they're going to like show it off during a different conference?
I don't think so. I think if they were going to show it off during a conference, it would have been their own. Yeah. Because they needed that, really.
Yeah. Especially after all the bad press they've got due to like Battlefront 2 loot boxes, which, to be fair, it may have gotten better, but the damage has already been done. And kudos for them for still supporting the game after the massive debacle that happened.
Yeah.
But I still think it's just too little, too much, too late.
See, that leads on to when they came out to announce this content. The guy just admitted that they'd done it wrong.
Yeah.
And they've worked to fix it. But it's like, you still did it in the first place. Just because you've gone, sorry, doesn't mean that the people that did buy the loot boxes in the first place to get those things, they've not got their money back, as far as I know.
But it's in the same vein. You've also got the new Battlefield 5 when they came to, there's no loot boxes, guys.
Yeah.
Clap for us.
This shouldn't be a feature. This is standard practice. You know, don't praise that as a feature. That's like This is how it should be.
I remember back in my day when you buy a multiplayer game, you have to actually unlock the parts first rather than paying money for them.
Yeah.
Which, the thing is, though, like, I don't mind loot boxes and paying for the stuff like that if it's purely cosmetic.
Which Star Wars now is.
Yeah, so that's
but it
fine.
wasn't to begin with.
Yeah. So, say Overwatch skins,
Yeah.
purely cosmetic.
Yeah.
Don't get you wrong, I think they kind of take the piss sometimes. So the fact that it's, yeah, the skins I'm fine with, but the fact that you can also there's also a chance you can get spray.
Yeah.
So that I think that's a bit.
See, I've never paid for a loot box in Overwatch. I'm happy with leveling up and seeing what I get. There's some skins that I really want that I don't have. Some I've paid for with the in-game currency after I've earned it.
Yeah.
But I've never had to buy a loot box, and I've got a few skins that I really want for my characters. So I'm okay with the way Overwatch works. If you want to pay money for it, sure.
Yeah.
But I don't see Overwatch as being a problem, necessarily.
I don't see much being a problem per se, but I just don't like the fact that you get sprays as well. That being said, though, I also don't mind it. I also don't mind people paying for cosmetics when the game is free as well. Fortnite, as an example, everyone knows Fortnite is free to play, which gives it a massive, edge over for like PUBG. However, cosmetics cost currency. You can get the currency in the single player mode, which everyone's forgotten existed.
Yeah.
However, you can also pay money for it, which admittedly is a neat feature.
Yeah.
Also, just a little sideline, if you do play Fortnite and you've got Amazon Prime and Twitch Prime, you can get a free skin and all that, so worth checking out. But along with that, the currency is used only for cosmetics, which again is good. Cosmetic loot boxes.
Wait, are there not certain things like gliders that have slightly different speed and
Not
things?
that I know of.
No. Okay.
Not that I can tell. I think it's all the same. It's all just purely cosmetic. But again, the thing is, because they're being so greedy before, I do not trust them not to mess up again. And it's really annoying because I did really like EA.
Yeah.
Around PS.
They used to make some great games.
Yeah.
They've just gone so, they've only got a few franchises, most of them being the sports games.
Yeah, I keep them afloat.
Things like Time Splitters in the past, they stopped Time Splitters 4 from happening because they didn't think it'd sell, yet loads of people want it.
Speaking of, since we are going on about EA and them getting franchises, is it worth talking about Anthem as well? BioWare's.
Yes. Before we move on to Anthem, though, just rolling back to Fortnite and Battlefield. They announced that there's going to be Battlefield Royale, and when I was reacting to it on my video that isn't going up, but I was just like, oh no, really? And then I watched the footage back, and I realised, whilst there's some applause and a few woo, most of the audience is going, oh.
To be fair, I have no issue with Battle Royale games, but I do share their sentiments.
The problem is, it's not going to be different enough.
Yeah.
Fortnite is, I guess, because it's got its whole building mechanic.
Yeah.
I don't think Battlefield is going to be different enough from PUBG.
If anything.
Because they're both realistic. I mean, I know one's World War II and one's modern day, but they've both got that sort of realistic setting and
If anything, I think it will play a bit like Call of Duty's on showing off Battle Royale mode. Because they've got one as well, which is based in story mode.
That's just rumoured at the moment,
No,
right?
it's been announced.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
No, that's it. There was a rumour that the Switch may get purely the Battle Royale mode, but I've not heard anything since that rumour, so we'll have to wait and see. Speaking of PUBG, we're just watching the IGN feed before the conference, and they're just talking about PUBG now.
Oh, okay. That's an Xbox One as well, isn't it?
Yeah, they've just got the Woodland map, is it? Which was on PC already, I think.
Yeah, console versions are a bit slow.
Yeah.
And guys to update. But Anthem.
Yes.
Did you play Mass Effect Andromeda by any chance?
No. My old housemate played it, though. He really enjoyed it, but I heard a lot of negativity about it as well.
I was gifted it for my birthday,
right.
And I enjoy it, but it's an awful Mass Effect game. It's an alright action game. It's buggy. You fall to the floor, and oh my god, it looks like it's made in Unity sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's just not Mass Effect. They've gone for Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. Granted, 3 was a bit more missed than hit.
Yeah.
But it was still a good game. Then Andromeda came out and just took a bat and just...
But Andromeda's technically a spin-off, right? Hence why it's not Mass Effect 4.
Yeah.
So I suppose they were allowing for some alterations to the formula.
Yeah.
But
I don't mind change. It's not the gameplay that bothered me. The gameplay is solid. The gameplay was a nice mix between 2 and 1, I think.
Right.
But it's just the story and the way it's built and just... But yeah, so they're making Anthem, and by the looks of it, just like it's all Destiny 2, and like, neat, let's do that bit of mechs.
Anthem seems cool. I'm still interested in it. I know a lot of people, after they showed the trailer, were put off it. I think that's maybe because of the voice acting.
Yeah.
When it started, I thought they were doing another one of those really cringy, like, pretending to play multiplayer things.
Yeah.
It turned out that was actually the characters talking, because there was subtitles for them and everything. I was like, oh no.
Oh dear.
This is bad. But, I mean, I'm not going to dismiss the game just because of voice acting.
Yeah.
They were talking about some quite cool features for it. So, I don't know if you've heard, they're basically... You've got like a sort of home area
Yeah. The base,
that you go to between missions, and that's entirely single player. So it's allowing them to focus on expanding your character relations with like all the other characters and things like that in a purely isolated way to be like a traditional RPG. But then once you go out into the wild, whatever they've called it, I can't remember. I'm sure they've got a name for like the open world.
The wilderness.
It's
like RuneScape, you meet players and they can still use...
But basically that's going to be a shared world, so you'll see other players in there. And I'm okay with that, I think. If you don't want to interact with other players, you don't need to. It's just they will be there.
Yeah.
No idea if you can play the game offline or not, but... they've basically said that they've built it in a way that they can keep providing content for years to come. That bird is cheaping. You better not be ruining my video.
Are you pre-ordering Anthem as well, Birdie? Good to know. To be fair, if I can get a few people behind me to get the game as well, I might give it a shot, because I bought Destiny 2 with a group of friends, and they all stopped playing after like a week. So I was
that's kind of what I do.
Yeah,
I am one of those people. I mean, the first Destiny, I actually got it 2 days early, I think.
Yeah,
and I played it like loads until everyone else got it, and then all joined in. I was higher level than everyone. I was like, "Ha! Look at you noobs!" And then I just sort of stopped playing.
Yeah,
like I literally played it until everyone else joined in.
Things like, because I play a lot of MMOs. I play mostly Final Fantasy 14. So every time I get in an MMO, I compare it to that. Yeah. I know it's a bit unfair because that's built as an MMO for fourth right.
Yeah.
However, if you're going to sell something as a massively multiplayer online game, people are going to compare it to other massively multiplayer online games. You
see, that's the thing. I don't think Anthem's being sold as an MMO.
Yeah.
I think it's being sold as a shared world experience.
Which is, that's fine then,
But yeah, I think you can pretty much play it isolated if you want. If you want your friends to join in, you can. But you don't need them, which is good.
So we've got 10 minutes till the Xbox conference. I want to go in about some predictions.
Just really quickly.
Yeah.
The highlight, in fact, low light of the EA conference. When they showed off that mobile phone strategy game, and it was only once they said it was Command and Conquer that I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Like at first I was like, why? It looks maybe like 5 minutes of fun, but nothing particularly that interesting. And then they were like, this is Command and Conquer. I know people picked up on, like, you could see Tiberium and the tanks and stuff were like similar to Command and Conquer. But I mean, it's been years since I've played it, so I didn't particularly pick up on that.
Yeah.
And Command and Conquer didn't cross my mind at all when I was seeing it. they have basically Dungeon Keepered it, except I think Dungeon Keeper was actually similar to its source material than this one was.
Yeah, it's just unfair because I played it a lot when I was younger. I think I remember playing Red Alert quite a lot as well.
Yeah.
And this one, I got a text when it got announced.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it, so I had to double check. I could not. It's fine. I made it on a mobile game. I'm okay with that because I don't play mobile games. I played some, like Pokemon Go and all, obviously, but I don't think they should have showed it off at E3 though.
No,
not at E3. If they just announced it on the slide, people can just go, okay, ignore it.
Yeah.
At E3, when people there watching it, it's like, oh, Commander Conquer. Oh,
that shows how
you.
desperate they were for games. Really,
yeah,
we've got to show off a mobile game. So yeah. Anyway, just had to get that one in there before we start the predictions.
Yeah.
Microsoft, what do you think we're going to see?
I think we're going to see the usual suspects. We're going to see